Hello there, and welcome to Human Resource Benefits Administration, HR 65. My name is Shola Folorunsho, and I will be your instructor for this class. HR 65 is an entry level into benefits administration, and it is very vital for HR professionals to be very conversant with all the laws as it regards to employee benefits administration. In this class, we are going to be looking into best practices that choice organizations have put in place in order not to just retain the best talents, but to help them to be successful and to keep them engaged on the job. So yes, in this class, we're going to be looking at strategies that choice organizations have chosen to apply in order to recruit the best talent and to retain them and help them to be successful. The main goal, again, is not just to provide employees the best benefit, but also to maintain the bottom line, to also keep employees engaged while helping the organization to maintain cost. So in this class, we are going to be looking at such benefits as those benefits that by law an employer needs to provide, that it's required by law for you to provide it to your employees. And when we're talking about benefits that are required by law, we are talking about benefits such as Social Security benefits. We're talking about the unemployment benefits, and we're also talking about leave of absence. Under the leave of absence benefits, we are looking at also such things as pregnancy disability, ADA, and the likes. So in this class, we're going to be going in depth into all of these benefits and trying to see how, as HR professionals, we can administer those benefits to our employees and be more comfortable in helping employees make the right choices as it regards to their health benefits. And when we are talking about health benefits, there's so many health benefits out there. But in this class, we're going to be focusing on benefits such as the traditional health benefits, traditional health insurance, those kind of health insurance that, could be kind of expensive, and most organizations really don't focus on that. And we're talking about like benefits like the United Healthcare and the likes. And the next benefit we're going to be talking about is the Health Maintenance Organization. For short, it's called HMO. And then we're also going to be we're going to be going into the voluntary types of benefits. And when we talk about the voluntary types of benefits, we're talking about such benefits like the retirement accounts, retirement benefits. Here we will be looking at the 401k, 403b, and 401a. So the difference between these three types of retirement benefits are that in the 401k, it's mainly provided by organizations, private organizations. And the 403b is mainly provided by educational organizations. And then 401a is mainly provided by the nonprofit organization. So majorly, that's the difference between those types of retirement benefits. But again, we also have a type of retirement benefit where you get to manage and administer it on your own. It's called the IRA. It's, also we will be talking about other types of voluntary benefits like the paid time off, PTO. It's when your organization gives you an opportunity to take certain days off of work, depending on how long you've been with the organization, and you go on vacation. And then some organizations also add flexible days, flex days to that, meaning so you get more days to actually go on vacation. Organizations are designing different types of benefits in looking for strategies again, to retain best talents, and they are looking at those best practices of what big organizations are doing and what is working for them. Not when it comes to employee benefits, no one size fits all. So organizations need to really look into their size, their budget, and their structure, and try to find a balance on how to really satisfy their employees. And get into all of these benefits and seeing how we can better understand how we can position our organizations as strategic organizations where employees love to work in and want to stay in, and enjoy to go to work every day. And all of this boils down to HR becoming a strategic business partner, looking for ways to advocate not just for the employees, but looking out also for their employer and seeing how they can help to get all of this worked out. Again, I want to use this opportunity to welcome you all to HR Benefits Administration class. So quickly here, let me just add by saying that HR 65 is an entry-level course into the HR benefits, HR certificate program. So if you are going to be taking the HR 66, the final course in the HR program, it's only offered in the spring semester. This will be going to be true for the foreseeable future. All other HR courses need to be taken before or concurrently with HR 66. Please plan your course schedule accordingly. And then I want to also advise you also, if you're in the certificate program, it is advisable that you download the programs in all of these classes, because you may want to refer to them during your associate degree. And if you need anything that you need to refer to between HR 60 through HR 65, before you get to HR 66, I advise you to download them, because that way you're able to go back and refer, and it helps you in your track. And just so you know, this class is entirely online, and all the resources that you need to succeed in this class have been provided for you. You do not need to purchase any textbook. You just go on your Canvas and see step by step all the information has been provided. The videos in this class were pre-recorded by the instructor that was teaching this class before, but that's not a problem. If you need to ask a question or you need clarification on anything, I'm always available by email. It's my best form of communication. Please reach out to me. I try to respond to your email within 24 hours or as soon as I'm able to get a return. I would say take your time to go over all the information that is provided on your syllabus page. Very important. You don't want to miss out on anything. And I also want to say that if you notice that in this class, again, as I said, this class is entirely online. It's self-paced, but note that you have due dates that assignments, discussion, quizzes need to be submitted. So you get to choose, but ensure that you do not miss your due date. This class starts on October 11 and ends on December 10th. Notice that December 10th is a Friday. It will be, and I'll be accepting assignment for that module up to and including Sunday, December 13th. Something you should look out for in module 8, week of November 22nd, is that you will be required to work with a team to present information on healthcare via Zoom. Because this is a Thanksgiving week, your team may choose to record your presentation the prior week, the week of November 15th. That's entirely okay. But I just want you to help give me a heads up so I can block out that time for you and your team, and so nobody else takes that time. This year, we've decided to introduce a new track, meaning that we introducing a team presentation from Africa. For those of you who are going to be doing the Africa presentation, please reach out to me or do additional research online. If you feel that you're not comfortable using Zoom, we're going to be arranging a training. please reach out to me so we can put your name on the list for that training. And that being said, I would say please pay particular attention to your announcements, as I'll be making announcements for this class. And also for the modules, I want to say that for the modules, the first two modules are kind of combined, and they're just the introductory modules where you get to meet your class members, you get to be introduced to me, and get to participate in discussions and quizzes. And please take that into note and submit it too. And also, I want to say that the real classwork starts on module 3, and talks about laws on benefits and leave of absence, week 3. So, and I want you to please pay particular attention again to the due dates. That's very important, that you submit your assignment on time in order to avoid any kind of deduction in grades or points. And I encourage people in this class to take active role in becoming leaders, because the leaders get actually 25 points added to their grades. So that's very important to take into consideration. And that being said, I just want to use this opportunity again to welcome you all to HR 65. I know some of you are testing out HR by taking this class, and I want to assure you that HR is an amazing opportunity to make an impact in somebody's life. And I want to welcome you to fall semester 2021, and I wish you all a great time. Thank you again, and have a great semester.